Hey, all gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Go out and hump some. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. Don't worry. Today, it's not going to all be about y'all. We're going to also talk about New York City politics. But this morning, I wanted to start off with more MAGA infighting because it's beautiful. Candace Owens has been getting ripped apart the last 48 hours, and I love it. Everybody in there called MAGA or MAGA adjacent have been trying to explain why Trump should or shouldn't go to war with Iran, even though the decision's already been made that he's going to enter that war. And if you need more coaxing or he needs more coaxing, next month you will get your terrorist attack that will be somehow linked to Iran, and boom. Every one of these dissenting voices will come over to that side, and all the voices that said that he should go over there are going to say, see, we told you so. MAGA enjoy this because in 16 and a half months, you're going to get destroyed in the midterms. So enjoy it. But Candace went on her channel yesterday and was talking about this and claiming how she was right. And just to make y'all laugh real fast, you won't believe who she tried to compare herself to. That's right, you saw the clip. We're going to play it.
All right, you guys, happy Tuesday, or is it a happy Tuesday? Do you guys remember Miss Cleo from the 90s? Remember this?
You have questions. I have the answers. Call me now.
It seems like she's embracing her Caribbean side, but this was the same chick who 6 months to a year ago said that she wants to be Nigerian. But it's okay. You know, Caribbeans are fun.
Oh, for your free tarot reading.
Call 1-800-980-8637.
That's how I'm feeling lately with all of this stuff, which was so obvious, and I said a year ago.
So she's basically telling you she feels like a fraud. She's telling you she's a fraud, but it's okay. She's sitting in front of a camera trying to predict things, and she's being a fraud. Because again, she doesn't do any research. She just tries to set up a platform where everybody's just going to hate whatever she hates on. But go ahead.
That's now happening. I'm like, call me now, because I just seem to keep...
You say, listen to me now, listen to me now. You heard her Caribbean slip out. Y'all heard it. We're going to play it again.
I said a year ago that's now happening. I'm like, call me now.
You hear how she's the tongue and the throat? You hear how it's working now? It sounds very natural, doesn't it? I bet you this is how she sounds in the house. You know, to get George excited so she could get the fifth kid. She's practicing, fam.
Because I just seem to keep accurately predicting these political events, but I have a confession, you guys.
No, you don't, ma'am. You just watch the tea leaves. You don't do any research, please. You've been sitting there shitting on Israel for 2 years. Basically, whatever you said was going to come to fruition, that doesn't require research. You can't even tell us the history of what's going on there, but, you know, you got it.
Not a fortune teller. And by the way, neither was...
What happened to Miss Cleo? She went to jail and then she died a few years ago. Yeah. Then she tried to make a comeback and it didn't work because everybody moved on. But yeah.
She was actually a fraud. And me, I've just been paying attention to all of the obvious signs and the words that are coming out of Bibi Netanyahu's mouth. And now we're going to war. American planes are in the skies in Iran. So buckle up, guys. Get ready to send your sons and daughters to the Middle East. And everyone who disagrees with that is apparently a jihadist, or as Trump is saying...
Well, ma'am, the way America does wars, in 20 years, your sons and daughters will be on the front lines.
Kook? That's what he's called, Tucker?
They'll be the mixed version of Prince Harry.
Carlson? Whose side are you on? Welcome back to Candace.
We don't care. Let's get to the show.
24 hours. He's now attacking people that have remained consistent, that are standing against our involvement in the Middle East on the basis of the fact that regime changes have never worked there. He's attacking, of all people, Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, who we showed you on the show yesterday,
Here comes
was very gracious in his assessment
her
of
Trump
He's a
hate.
good heart,
So
he's a good man.
I just want y'all to understand, it took her 4 years to clap back at Trump. She about to clap back on this man epically after he made her look like a fool 4 years ago.
And here's why I don't agree with the Iran regime change efforts. He spoke about this very above board with Steve Bannon. Okay, a reporter caught Trump off guard at the G7 meeting. He's standing next to Keir Starmer, and they asked him to respond to something that Tucker never said. And here is what Trump says about Tucker Carlson. Take a listen.
What is your response to Tucker Carlson criticizing you, saying that you're complicit in the war?
I don't know what Tucker Carlson is saying. Let him go get a television network and say it so that people listen.
And quickly, have you spoken to the...
Oh boy. White on white crime. We love it.
In case you didn't hear him, he said, let Tucker Carlson go get a television network and say it there, and maybe people will listen. So I guess he's kind of trying to take a dig at Tucker Carlson, even though Tucker never took a dig at him, and implying that Tucker Carlson is no longer relevant because he's not on TV.
Bingo! And it's funny. You're pissed off about that, even though people told you that years ago when he lost his Fox News gig that he was going to become irrelevant. But y'all tried to prop him up on X, giving him over 200 million views for him to go sit there and talk to Putin. Funny thing, yeah, if those who were here when we did that live where we played the whole interview, did I not say in there that not only was Tucker about to get dropped like a bad habit, especially when Putin found out and told him to his face, you tried to go for the CIA gig, and he confirmed it. But y'all are so fickle that y'all not gonna help this man get anywhere. All that money y'all claim y'all got, all this influence, y'all couldn't get that man to go get a television license to make his own network. He has to do it on X because you claimed it was free speech. And I said, y'all were not gonna care about that man a year later. And here we are. And she can't believe it. Same thing with James O'Keefe when he left Project Veritas. He's irrelevant now. Because y'all didn't care about what they were saying. You cared about the platform they were on because you saw something there that would have boosted you.
What did he do there? He just exposes himself for being out of touch. Really? You have to have a television network to be heard in America today?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Because regardless of how y'all say how the mainstream media operates, they still get the millions of dollars a day in ad revenue. They get the influence. Yes. You could tell us all about podcasters all you want. We haven't crossed that threshold yet where major corporations come give us money. Candace, you're doing ad spots for beef companies that are aligned with conservatives. But it's okay, family. I promise you, within 3 years, YouTubers like her, because that's what she is now, they're going to get corporate sponsorships and say, oh, it's because they like what I'm saying. They finally came over to the light. Which we all know is bullshit. But, you know. It's okay, Candace.
What next? Tucker Carlson, go get a fax machine? Go get a fax machine, Tucker Carlson. You want people to read your messages. That's how I read that. Completely ridiculous. But he doubled down on this. He went on to Truth Social and he said Tucker Carlson, who has maintained that we should not send our sons and daughters to die in another regime change war, since all of them have been a remarkable failure, at least for America, not for Israel. Trump tweets this: somebody please explain to kooky Tucker Carlson that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Now, if you're wondering, wait a minute, didn't Tulsi Gabbard literally just testify in March that Iran did not appear to be building a nuclear weapon? Yeah, she did. And Trump has this to say about Tulsi Gabbard, who was his director of national intelligence. You can just dismiss what she says, according to Trump. Take a listen.
Mr. Putin, you've always said that you don't believe Iran should be able to have a nuclear weapon, but how close do you personally think that they were to getting one? Because Tulsi Gabbard testified in March that the intelligence community said Iran wasn't building a nuclear weapon.
I don't care what she said. I think they were very close to having one.
DEI. Y'all can put it in the chat for me. We call this DEI cabinet. If you said a good word about Trump consistently and you had some sort of position that he could exploit, you were going to get a job. There you go. Everybody in this cabinet now is getting called out, which is kind of crazy. Again, we asked the question, if she said that they don't have the capability to do it, what are you saying, or what are you seeing that will refute that? You just said they were weeks away. They've been weeks away for years. Come on, Trump, you're supposed to be the transparency administration, right? You hired cash and all them. Tell us the truth.
What is that, guys? You don't care what your director of national intelligence is telling you?
Correct, because she's DEI.
Because Bibi Netanyahu, called you up and said, yeah, we need a pretext for war. Like we always need a pretext for. We're constantly bombing and killing people all the time. We're committing a Holocaust in Gaza. Could you just go out there and tell them they were building a nuclear bomb? They weren't. And there's been no evidence of that outside of Bibi Netanyahu's trust me, bro. Because I guess you have to come up with something to make people hysterical, to believe that we have this never-ending right to murder human beings. That's what it is. It's a carte blanche that has been handed to Israel to continually murder human beings in the Middle East, to use American soldiers to effect regime changes in the Middle East at the benefit of no one but Israel, okay? While they go, oh, well, we kept our hands clean, we didn't get involved in that one. Yeah, if you think we're stupid and we're not paying attention to what the results of all these wars have been, Bibi Netanyahu standing before Congress and demanding that we go to war with all these countries, and then we do it, and then they go, we had nothing to do with that. We benefited. But that's just luck. We benefited Syria. Yeah, we benefited Libya. Yeah, we benefited. That's just Iraq. Yeah, 9/11. But I don't know. We're just lucky that way. So right now, the lack of consistency, it is stunning to watch.
I love how she's not admitting the fact that we benefited off giving the Middle East money to do what they're doing. How many times has the U.S. funded Arab states to go after each other? But she doesn't want to bring that up. That's too hard for her to bring up, because then she's really going to have to ask questions. And Candace, maybe it's not always about them Jews. No, I'm just saying.
Trump do this. He's all over the place right now on social media. I mean, he initially signaled right away that America had nothing to do with what happened in Iran, that America was not going to get involved, that he was negotiating peace. Then he signaled that he didn't have any idea the attack was coming, but also that he did know that the attack was coming. And now he's tweeting we. He's literally using we to describe what is happening in Iran right now. Let's just take a look at some of these tweets. We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran. Iran had good sky trackers and other defensive equipment and plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. Nobody is better than the good old USA. Oh, well...
Galen, nobody's caping for Iran here, so please be quiet. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we've got our planes in the skies. Okay, American troops might die, but USA, 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 because our stuff is so good and good looking in the sky. The big bad American planes are in the sky. What does he think, we're stupid? And the people online, they're trying to pretend that we are the ones betraying Trump for holding him accountable to his promises that he made to us when we voted for him.
No, you guys never made a promise to him. No, you didn't. You see how they lie? We're going to let her play it again before I rip her apart on this one. And MAGA.
Hi. What does he think, we're stupid? And the people online, they're trying to pretend that we are the ones betraying Trump for holding him accountable to his promises that he made to us when we voted for him, when we encouraged other people to vote for him.
Man, no, you didn't. First off, the lie that she just told, you're going to hear this a lot. Y'all promised him, y'all never held him to account for anything. Because if you held him to account, you would have had him on the debate stages, but you didn't. Y'all said that he was the candidate on November 15, 2022. Everybody else is just, they're just running in place. We over here said everybody that's debating right now is just looking for a job. Y'all never held him to account. No, you didn't. Where were y'all? Since y'all want to say y'all were holding him to account, how come y'all not saying why is the war with Russia still going on? Why is Israel and Gaza still going on? You said you were going to stop those. Second day, this is your words, President Trump, the second day grocery prices will go down. Where are y'all on that? Y'all are over there worrying about checking only the price of eggs. Canned tomatoes are up 25%. Where is your scathing reviews on that? Why are y'all not doing videos saying that the tariff policy is not working? Your boy Thomas Sowell said it. Why are you not piggybacking off what he said? I need this answered from me. Y'all are worried about illegal immigration and egg prices and the bullshit that he's trying to pull now with the neocons. That's what y'all worried about because you can't explain everything else. The man lied to you, and I'd rather y'all say that. You got duped. It's okay. You got corporate Trump now. He's about to, when he leaves office, he's going to be 82. Maybe 83. He's a rich man that wants to get richer. I'd rather y'all said that. Y'all keep running around telling me that he's here for the people. He giving away his salary. Yet you can go look up financial records. This motherfucker making 8-9 figures off BS and being a salesman. Trump phone. All right. Go ahead.
You're pretending that we're the ones that are problematic? This level of gaslighting that's taking place, you got Laura Loomer out there saying, screenshot every tweet that's against Donald Trump. Let me tell you something, sweetheart. You better start capturing Donald Trump's tweets that are going out right now because they seem pretty against Donald Trump's ideas of yesteryear. That's all I'm saying.
Laura Loomer went to go talk to J.D. Vance. She's a shill, and you're Okay, so Candace is attacking another Jewish person. Great. We haven't seen that play before. Who cares?
Everything that he said, every bit of BS that he calling out the neocons, the people that were on the face of the Never Trump movement, he's now aligned with all of them. Everyone who hated him and called him Adolf Hitler, he's now locked arm in arm with them. Yeah, he agrees with Nikki Haley, the Lindsey Grahams. He agrees with every single person that we had to fight on his behalf.
And that was the problem, Candace. You never fight for the white man on his behalf. I keep telling y'all this. And the Black Rascals told y'all that. They don't need y'all to be their proxy voices. They don't. And that was the problem when y'all sold yourselves out for access to the White House. You're going to have to answer for that man. See how that works? And you still don't get it. If this war does pop off, guess who's going to get blamed? You. This is why it pays to stay out of these conflicts. I've been on the street. Them motherfuckers don't want no war. But you dumbass influencers running around shitting on the other side, whichever side you pick, yeah, you're going to be responsible for that war. Do y'all understand on Twitter right now, Iran news, I don't even know if they're affiliated with Iran. They are trolling the shit out of Israel. It is crazy. They putting up pictures right now of the bombs over Jerusalem. and Tel Aviv and Haifa and talking about some, we're back.
Allow him to hold the office that he is holding. Yeah, he now agrees with all of them. And we're problematic. Now we are presumably the kooks. I mean, it's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. And it should have
Hey,
been
God
reviewed
wants a
to
war.
certain level.
That's why he said
If
Trump's the
you
best
are
president
invested
he's
in
seen
the
in
idea
years.
that politics can be the answer. And the truth is that it can't. It really can't. And I have not been...
It's been a while since God saw a white man lead troops into war as the commander-in-chief.
so stressed because, as all of you have noted, I have pulled away increasingly from politics and have been calling out the left and the right. Because
You a damn lie, because you're still talking about Israel. You a damn lie. Pulling away from politics. Okay. We could go show your tweets, man. You haven't pulled away from politics. You're only talking about this because Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, it ain't nothing been popping off yet. And you're damn sure too late to talk about Diddy. And you damn sure ain't gonna say something about Kanye's new song or do a reaction video to it, because you know you'll get your channel nuked for that, number one. Number two, it's old news now. What? Here, Candace, since you want to pull away from politics, why don't you go in? I'm sure she'll probably do this today, by the way. Go in and say something about Pusha T saying something about Kanye, because he dissed him just now. Do that. You won't do it.
because it's become apparent to me that both sides lie. Am I a little surprised by Trump? Yeah, I am. Especially because it's just...
Oh, Boris, if you're going to call me the N-word, you might as well just write it out. It's okay. I'm not envious of nothing. I'm watching her implode. This is beautiful.
so soon and so fast and so obvious as he's talking about building hotels. The Trump hotel to be built...
No, Candace, drop the baby.
There are literally children starving today there. What kind of a tweet is that? I mean, like, it's just... I get it that Miriam...
Okay, that's actually a lie. Her, by the way, screenshot. She literally started talking about politics. That's literally how she got famous. So what are you talking about? The fuck? He said that's not her main focus. Oh, Jesus Christ. I love how y'all cape for people you don't even know their history. That's the best part of this whole thing. She literally started out talking about politics when she was on the left. Literally. Then she grifted to the right and continued talking about politics. She wasn't even doing social stuff. Okay.
Peterson gave you $100 million. That's a lot of money. But man, have some dignity. Man, have a little bit of respect for the human beings that are still dying and have been...
This fool said I followed her since she blew up Surge. So you saw her Facebook post when she was talking about politics, right? Especially with Obama and them, right? You're going to tell me she wasn't talking about politics then? She wasn't shit talking on Facebook to congressmen. You're going to tell me she wasn't doing that? Okay.
Been being bombed for 2 years. 2 entire years they have been effectively carpet bombed. And you and Jared Kushner are out there talking about building hotels and what an impressive real estate portfolio you might have if people began to see Gaza as an investment. All we have to do is murder these people. And what's quite stunning, I want to add to this, is you reflect on it, and I think there's something like 1 million adults in Gaza. With the amount of money that we have given Israel, other countries have given Israel, amount of money that is spent on the bombs that they are dropping, that are being manufactured on behalf of Israel, they could have just gone to every Palestinian family and offered them money for their homes. Right? Think about that. They could have just gone and said, hey, I'm going to give you $1 million for your home. This is a nice piece of real estate.
First off, why the fuck would Israel give Gazans $1 million for their home? What? What is she? Boy, I swear to God. Imagine Israel giving 1 million adults in Gaza. Let's just say even 30% of those own a home. 300,000. They're gonna give them $1 million each to clear out of Gaza. How do they rebuild? How do they take that area over and Never mind. Oh God, Candace is not smart. Okay. Okay. Kate, speaking to trans people is political. That's not only social. That's why they call it socio-political. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay.
But they chose to murder them. They are choosing to carpet bomb them, to gaslight the American people,
Because it's
and to refer
cheaper.
to us as anti-Semites for noticing the Holocaust. They are choosing evil.
Sir, Kay, it's literally a political issue now. Literally. It's not social anymore. It's literally political. They've literally taken it from the local and the state level to the federal and back to the local level. It's literally a political issue now. The two genders is literally a political issue now.
Death and destruction, while at the same time demanding that you recognize that these are God's chosen people.
Who?
So did Trump
Who? Who's God's chosen people? Who?
cost? They are choosing evil, death and destruction, while at the same time demanding that you recognize that these are God's chosen people.
Oh, now she's on that wave. I tell you, her grip is strong. I give her that. Now she wanna play. Never mind. You got it. Her father-in-law finna write another scathing letter about her again. Don't worry.
So did Trump betray his base? Did Trump betray?
I know
his
you vote for
mandate?
Candace for
Dave
president.
Smith definitely thinks
You probably
that,
voted
so.
for Trump,
What do
so
you have to
we
say,
already know we can't take your
over a break?
political
We'll take a
opinion
listen.
serious.
Yeah, Donald Trump, listen, man, I supported him this last year. I apologize for doing so. It was a bad calculation. At the time, it seemed...
No, sir. No. We're not gonna let y'all get away with that. No. Because I didn't let bisexuals get away with this. No. You guys had a year and a half. Almost 2 years. You heard all the talk, both sides. You heard that man speak. You're gonna tell me you didn't make an informed decision in 2 years. You wanted to vote for him because you wanted to vote for him. Stand on it. Don't kowtow now. Don't run. Stand on your decision. We don't want to hear your regrets because y'all ridiculed the left when they said I don't like what Biden and Kamala are doing. Y'all ridiculed them. We get to ridicule you now. You sound like a simp. We're not here for your Trump's not doing what I said. This is not what I voted for. The hell you did. It didn't click in your head when he picked people in the cabinet. It didn't click. You voted him in. You are responsible because you guys wanted to talk for him. You guys are responsible for everything that happens. Every decision, not just the good ones. Every bad decision that is on you. And I'm glad you guys are going outside and crying now because now we can put faces to names. We don't respect you anymore. Not that a lot of us even respected you at the beginning, but I know a lot on your side respected you. They're ripping up Tim Pool right now. Don't worry, Candace. I give it 2 more weeks. They're going to get you. Don't worry. They're doing it now, but they're going to do it worse in July. You wait. Oh, and don't worry, fam. I know what tomorrow is. I'm sure she's going to have a nice program about why that holiday is bullshit. I already know. And we'll rip her apart again.
seemed like the right one, but he should be impeached and removed for this one, and not on some like.
I'm sure you don't, Lisa. Stand with your vote.
Will never do it because they're all a bunch of corrupt hacks.
This is the one thing, Mr. Ford. This is like yeah.
Donald Trump should be impeached and removed for this. All of his supporters should be absolute betrayal of everything that he ran and campaigned.
Right, and you're the only one saying that. None of them are saying that. Interesting. He should be impeached. Okay, sir, whatever your name is, tell us exactly why he needs to be impeached. Show me your helmet and the brain that's underneath it. Show it to me. Explain why he needs to be having the 25th Amendment invoked on him. Go ahead.
Done in everything that he stood for. And I will say, despite the fact that, Donald Trump supporters have been labeled like a cult following, and that certainly is true.
Okay, Lisa, tell us what city is mismanaged that you live in. Go ahead. Tell us the city. Name it.
For a percentage of his supporters, he is going to lose his coalition over this. I know, I don't just speak for myself.
I'm on nobody's side except my
will
own.
not go along
I'm
with
on
this.
my family side. That's why I voted the way I did. I ain't vote for none of them. And I don't regret my vote. And that's why I'm unstressed. I'm watching y'all panic and try to cope. We're good here.
Is just a devastating mistake. By the way, on top of that, he's also going to lose the deportation fight.
Cleveland. Oh,
right now,
Lord. Cleveland. Okay, let me tell you how mismanaged Cleveland is. That's your fault. And I'm going to tell you why. And as I say this, I have partners that live in Ohio, and they ain't going to be mad at what I'm about to say. The Republicans run your state. So it's a two-pronged effort. You can blame Cleveland and their leadership, Democrat run, all you want. You pussies won't go see Springfield. Yeah, I said it. You pussies up there won't go see Springfield. You pussies ran outside all last year talking about we're going to make sure Ohio go red. Okay, Ohio went red. It's been 5 fucking months and y'all haven't changed shit up there in Cleveland. You pussies up there in Cleveland, especially you Republican pussies, ran up there in Ohio talking about, Vivek Ramaswamy's going to be our governor and we're going to get all this tech infrastructure there and we're going to be one of the richest states in the country. Not realizing that man finna sell you out if you do put him up there in Springfield. You pussies up there in Ohio had a major disaster in your state, and conveniently, none of you pussies are keeping that in the news cycle. How's East Palestine doing since you want to tell me about Cleveland? Because damn it, ain't they like about an hour away from y'all, so y'all could have been affected by that. I just want to look. Don't tell me about LA. I don't give a fuck. We talking about Ohio. Since Lisa want to come out here. Oh, you're running. I figured. Oh, you can go run and tell me you're leaving. You can go right down the street to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and just listen to the music all day. Because I know you ain't had no answers. Because you Republicans up there, along with the Democrats, are failures in Ohio. If you're not in Columbus, if you're not in Dayton, if you're not in Cleveland, if you're not in Cincinnati, the rest of the state don't matter. The state is in a shithole. Where is all this? You worried about Cleveland's murder rate and their crime rate. They have crime proportionate to their population. But go ahead and tell me how it was mismanaged. Because the Republicans, you're going to tell me they've been doing such a bang-up job, right? Okay. That's why people in Cincinnati got to run to Louisville and Kentucky to go make some money, right? Okay. All right. Next she was gonna tell us how Republicans can't get no stronghold there, but the damn state went red, but they ain't got no power, right? All right, got it.
And he needed all the political capital he could
What state I
have
live in?
to
I
do
live
that.
in Georgia right now. What's your point? Go ahead. I live in Georgia. Go ahead.
You know, we got a majority support for deportations, but the minority is very mobilized and they're out and they're protesting all around the country. He needed all of his political capital for that move. So here's what we got. The neocons win. More war abroad and, you know, Donald
Yeah,
Trump
laugh,
like
because you
that.
can't spell Georgia. I get it.
You always get John McCain.
And I did not vote for the party of John McCain. Okay, and like I said, you're not going to gaslight me into believing that it's an act of my own betrayal and deceit. Okay, and not that it just seems.
So I live in Atlanta. What's the point?
Is always in line. With
I actually live outside of Atlanta. I live in the metro area. Next question. Oh, since we're going to make this about me, by the way, screenshot number 2. Since we're going to make this about me, go ahead and say something about Atlanta. Go ahead. Let's have fun. Let me embarrass you next so you can leave. Go ahead and tell me about Atlanta. This should be fun. Sure, you say Candace is based. Uh-huh. She's off that base. But go ahead. Okay. See, this is why I know y'all are dumb and y'all just follow around Trump all day. This man said Atlanta is one of the worst cities. So how come it's number 3 in population boom since the pandemic, but it's one of the worst cities? Go ahead. Tell us how it's the worst, sir. Go ahead. Tell us why people from Alaska going across the tundra and Canadian moose and hydroplaning on maple syrup to come down to Atlanta. Go ahead and tell me how it's the worst. Go ahead. This should be entertaining. This man said crime. Boy, you don't even know. You think Atlanta got crime, sir? It has crime proportionate to its population, sir. It's funny that crime went up when the population went up. It's funny how that always works. And this man said broke people when Atlanta has one of the highest per capita median rates in the country. I tell you, this boy don't know nothing. I told you I was going to embarrass him. The data is right there. This fool said violence. Oh, so there's no violence? Where y'all at? Okay. Y'all just living in clean areas, right? Okay. Boy, I tell you they dumb. I tell you they dumb. Woo! Atlanta's so crime ridden, you have major Fortune 500 companies setting up home offices here. You have major tech investment being set up down here, but Atlanta full of crime. God damn. They're literally building up downtown right now to make it a tech hub. Tech campuses on the other side of 7585, but he gonna tell me that Atlanta full of crime. Oh my God. Like we didn't show the data the day Trump said that Atlanta's a dangerous city, and the city has 6 murders inside of 6 months. 6. There were whole zones in Atlanta that didn't even have a murder for the entire year, but Atlanta's dangerous. Don't even make the U.S. News and World Report top 25, but a whole bunch of Republican cities do, in Republican states, literally do. But he right. Atlanta full of crime. Boy, don't even start. He said Illinois. Boy, you gonna make me sound like a conservative in here and start talking about Chicago. I ain't even finna do you like that. Because I wouldn't even do you like that. I fuck with Chicago. Thank you, Kate, for telling us you were in Illinois. One of the states where the reading level is at the bottom. It's okay. We're gonna let you ride. Go ahead.
All the time, which they are demanding. No, stop.
Oh, God. Fam. This motherfucker said Chicago is smaller than Atlanta. Oh, my God. Fam, this man just said or woman or it. We don't discriminate over here. Just says Chicago's smaller than ATL. Let me help you again, sir. Since you don't read or research, I'm not talking about the metro area of Atlanta. I said Atlanta, the city. This, y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Okay. And there's a lot that I want to say here about reflecting on these last couple of years and things that didn't make sense at the time, the attacks on Christ as King, the obvious infiltration that was taking place. And let's be very clear, the neocons won. The neocons won. They have...
He said I wasn't specific. I said Metro Atlanta, and I just distinguished Atlanta as a city. Metro Atlanta is not Atlanta, sir.
What did you say?
Just like the New York State, the New York tri-state area is not New York City. Oh my God. I can't believe I had to explain this.
They have infiltrated successfully the MAGA movement. And I don't know if it was ever, I'm questioning myself here, was it ever about the farmers? Was it ever about the ranchers? Was it ever about the veterans? Did they ever care about any of that stuff? Or what, is that just the rhetoric that you use to secure votes? I want to answer that question because I want to get to this clip of Jordan Peterson that was floating around the internet, which I wanted to respond to while I was on maternity leave. But first, speaking of farmers and ranchers.
Oh Lord, she's gonna bring up Jordan Peterson. Oh Lord.
You have not yet heard about River Bend Ranch.
No, I don't care about River Bend Ranch. Who cares?
Was it ever?
I don't give a damn. I don't care about your beef.
I said, what is age and this collection of jewelry right here in the
Damn.
But you know how much I
Damn, she has to do back-to-back commercials now? That's crazy. She has to do back-to-back commercials now. Tell me she ain't gonna try to turn this into a TV station. Are you gonna go for the trifecta? You gonna give me 3? Oh, you ain't gonna give me 3? You only gonna give me 2? All right, say less.
code Candace 25 for handmade Catholic jewelry that lasts.
Catholic jewelry. Shh. Boy, I tell you.
All right, you guys, I would now like to get into the final piece of this, because the puzzle was emerging, like I said, our guts. And I'm not, like I said, Candace Owens was right, Jar. It's meaningless because it was also obvious. You just had to be paying attention. There was nothing noble about me seeing Iran around the corner. BB's insane, he's unhinged. He says everything, and they're bad at it. Like I said yesterday, Generation 9/11 has grown up. But there was an element of this that I couldn't quite understand, which was this random incursion that we saw on the declaration of Christ as King. This was something that caught me so off guard, obviously. And
I thought she said she was tapped in. I thought she said the things that she said is starting to come to fruition. Are you now, Candace, admitting that Christ the King was just another grift that got started and you just rode the wave? You didn't see that coming? You know, for a Catholic, you were running around saying Christ is King. Now you realize that people were seeing it more, that caught you off guard. Okay.
It's how I somehow became the nucleus of this debate, a worldwide trend over Christ is King, an unhinged level of commitment to getting Christians to admit or to say, to admit that, well, you can say Christ is King, but not if a Jewish person is offended by it. Like sometimes it can be said and it's anti-Semitic. That was a bridge too far for a lot of people, and we could not comprehend where it was coming from. Now we can. I think we can. So I saw this moment which went viral while I was on maternity leave. Jordan Peterson went on to Jubilee. Jubilee is, and I wanted to give...
By the way, do y'all want to see that? Because Jordan Peterson got his ass kicked on Jubilee. It was bad. I don't even want to do y'all like that, because that could have been great content. But as I have said, if they give you your intellectual thought leaders, you better question it. They propped that man up way before the pandemic, and now it's biting them in the ass now because they found out that man don't know what he's talking about. Hey, if he's in there getting schooled by college-age kids, y'all got a problem.
Credit Jordan Peterson. I didn't watch the full 2 hours of his Jubilee appearance. I know how exhausting Jubilee can be. You are surrounded by 20 people who hate you. And so
okay, Outlaw Shogun, tell us what a fascist is. Go ahead.
was willing to defer to that, to say, okay, well, he might have just been tired. But this clip,
Great, you're in college. That means your degree is going to be worthless in 3 years. Have fun.
after he had played a part of a report alongside about 20 other Jewish people to declare that Christ is King is anti-Semitic, now he goes and puts himself as a Christian debating 20 atheists. We got to pay attention to this. So this he's coming up against one of these college students who's pressing him on what this college student believes is his Catholic faith, because why else would you sign up to debate 20 atheists as a Christian? Take a listen to this.
Are you
Just
familiar?
didn't understand
Are
it.
you familiar with the Immaculate Conception?
Why is that relevant?
Because you go to a Catholic church, don't you? Or you've attended recently. You're interested in Catholicism, aren't you?
Sure,
All right. Are you familiar with their doctrines?
somewhat.
Okay, you're
Their
familiar.
doctrines are very
How do they
deep.
regard how?
So how are you saying you're interested in Catholicism and don't study the shit? I don't understand that. And then you go sign yourself up, or they give you money to go debate people on something you don't even have 80% knowledge on. That's crazy.
How do they regard Mary?
Why are you asking me?
Because you're
How is it a trade school? You just said you were in college. The fuck? You would say you were in. Never mind.
a Christian.
You say that. I haven't claimed that.
Or what is this? Is this Christians versus atheists?
I don't know.
You don't know where you are right now.
Don't be a smartass.
Well,
And I mean,
either you're a
'cause I
Christian
won't
or you're
talk to
not.
you if you're a smartass.
Or either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
I could be either of them, but I don't have to
You
tell
could
you.
You don't have to tell me. I was under the impression that I was invited to talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
No, you were invited to.
I think everyone should look at the title of the YouTube channel. You're probably in the wrong YouTube video.
Jesus.
But you're really.
that part, I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, how you getting schooled by a 19-year-old right now? And by the way, screenshot number 3, because that just looks wild. He got to be from California. I forgot where he said he was from, but that's crazy.
Right, nothing. Right, you're not a
Okay,
Christian.
I'm done with him.
It would have been the easiest ever question ever. I mean, to answer. Are you a Christian? Yes, I am a Christian. Yes, obviously I should be a Christian if I am producing reports about whether or not saying Christ is King is fringe and anti-Semitic. I would hope that I would be a Christian if I was doing rounds on, as he
Trade school is not college. Damn.
did, doing rounds on the mainstream media, on the Fox News network, and sitting down with Joe Rogan to discuss this, Christ is King, to dedicate my time to that. It seems so odd, right? And I think I just felt like it was odd. And I say this again, I don't have any ill will towards Jordan Peterson. I would sit down with him tomorrow. If he sees this, sit down. I'd love to talk about this. And I considered what we are looking at.
Because you need to boost your channel a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You missed the window though, because if you had caught him right after he did this, you might have done numbers. Nobody's gonna care. Conservatives already turned on Jordan Peterson, so it means nothing. You're gonna bring him on there to kiss his ass. That's all you're gonna do.
The picture is now so clear to me that all of this, like that became.
Okay, if you gotta ask me what's the difference between college and trade school, you need to go study right now. You should be in class right now.
The litmus test, right? For these people who were so behind this radical effort to make Americans think you cannot question anything Israel does. The ultimate litmus test for that, to make sure that you had Christians in check, to make sure that the Spirit of Christ would not come over them. A Christian would not say, hey, it actually isn't okay to murder innocent women and children for 2 years. And to justify this, it's unjustifiable. And so what is the last argument Israel uses? We're God's chosen. This was the litmus test of the God's chosen. Okay, do you get what I'm saying here? Like, we are so chosen that when it defies common sense, when it is so obviously wrong, so obviously murderous, so obviously immoral, and amoral, and it is so obviously demonic, what we're going to throw at you is, well, we're God's chosen. And so we need good little Christians to get in line. And the best way to test that is to tell them that, anti-Semitism is so crazy and so out of control leading up to this Iran war, which is unjustifiable and is murderous, is awful and is demonic, that even saying Christ is King, you guys can say it. No, we're good with that. It's fine. But you can.
What the hell is she talking about? I don't know what she's talking about. All right, I'm done. I don't know what she was talking about. But let's get to the show. She tweeted something last night, and they been ripping her apart, boy. Let's get it. Gonna point this out. Gonna just point this out that there's an actual mass deletion of Christians going on in Nigeria at the hands of Islamists right now. Candace Owens never mentioned it. We're right because she gave up the grift of saying that she wants to be Nigerian. I trust Trump a whole lot more than the hot shirts, Candace Owens, the Groypers, and Dave Smith, especially after their collective meltdown last night. Now this post, I sent this to Torian yesterday, and this was great. So that same person, Sean Farash, he a MAGA shill. I warned you about Candace Owens, and people called me a divider. Don't all apologize at once. Okay, here's the problem. This is why I don't give them credit for this. Y'all were not the first ones that said that she was a problem. This is why you should take cues from people in the communities that these people come out of. Case in point, when Yanami Po, whatever the hell her name is, Yeonmi Park, the supposed North Korean that escaped persecution, y'all didn't notice that no Koreans came outside and said that, you know what, we got to stand with her. She's good. Her story is credible. Things of that nature. No, what did you conservatives do? Y'all brought her into the fold, made her a star. We remember when she first popped up, she was all over the place. Then they do a bit of research, find out most of her story was a lie. But she already got the bag. She got the man. She got her billionaire now. She's about to pop out his kids, and it's going to be great. Case in point with Candace. Black people were not messing with her when she was on the left, and then when she grifted to the right, they weren't messing with her. It was only these fake conservatives. And black folk told you, watch this girl. She is a grift, and she is going to mess y'all up. And if you side with her, you're going to get yourselves in trouble. You said she was we were crazy. She's talking base. She's standing for what it is. Y'all don't like the fact that she's calling out your community. And here we are, over a decade later, and y'all can't stand her now. Okay, JBO, I just explained why I'm trashing her. Her story was fake. Okay, let me help you, JBO. If her story was credible, correct? Why is it now, especially with the tensions that the U.S. have with Asia, why isn't she outside on TV or in print explaining the situation, given that Far East perspective? Why is she not doing that? Because people started talking to her and realized that she don't know what the hell she's talking about. That's why. Sir, where? Okay, JBO, since you know where she's at, tell me, I'll look it up right now. Tell me where the last time she said something about what's going on right now, especially with the tariffs. Tell me. No, I want them to, no, I want them to explain this. Since they want to make declarative statements, I want them to explain themselves. Go ahead, sir. When's the last time she's been on Fox? Go ahead, tell me the date. We'll go look it up right now. Tell me the last time your enemy part been on Fox News. Go ahead. Go ahead. What do you mean, what does it have to do with North Korea? Did Trump not put tariffs on North Korea? Maybe I missed it. Yeah, she's talking so much about what's going on in the Far East. She's talking about wokeness in the classroom when she's never attended a class here. Classroom wokeness. Huh. What do you mean we don't trade with North Korea? Oh, Lord. Okay. We don't trade with North Korea. Okay. 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 Imports. They take imports. Oh, imports. Yeah, they don't. You're right. They don't. We don't trade with them. Right. Okay. Imports. Okay. Exports in June 2024. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See, there it is. There it is. We send them shit. Okay. Right. So JBO, you can go somewhere since you just got played. Right. We don't trade with North Korea. Okay. Okay. All right. I tell you they dumb. Tell you they dumb. They don't listen. This is what I tell you. They don't research. Literally put tariffs on. How you put tariffs on somebody you don't trade with? But okay. But okay. All right. Kay, you're right. You correct. She was right about taking it, and they're still doing it. So was she right? They're still doing it. They literally have pride flags in classrooms. They're still doing it. And I'm here in Georgia. They're still doing it. So she could be right. Okay, if she's so right, where is the law that says you can't have that in there? They didn't come up with it, but they damn sure came up with a law saying, hey, you might have to recite the 10 commandments in class. You gotta have it posted. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Tennessee and Louisiana tried it. But go ahead. Tell us more. Oh boy. Okay, great. He trolled me and he got embarrassed. So who won? Because he could have shut his mouth when I brought her up and asked him, when's the last time she been on there? He could have shut his mouth. He didn't shut his mouth. She hasn't been on there since 2023. They don't care. On Fox Business, not even the main channel. They don't care about her no more. But there you go. Back to what I was saying. Candace is a con. You can tell because she calls herself Catholic and then puts a huge cross on the shelf behind her while attacking Jews and anyone else she feels will pivot her to her unhinged goals, all from her righteous pedestals. Very forbidden if she was really a practicing Catholic. He called her a fraud. The problem with Candace is she's selling out to her internal need of a desire to be popular. Well, you already made her popular. Now you got to deal with your creation. I haven't heard from her in months, and I went to go track her down yesterday on X and was appalled what happened to her. How absolutely disappointing. Oh, she went off the deep end. That's what he's saying. Now she went off the deep end. Was she saying all that other shit? Y'all loved it. Okay. What's my opinion on tariffs? You can use it to get your money, but the way Trump is using it is retarded. I don't have a problem with tariffs. Everybody should get paid for what they make. But if you gonna tell me, hey, I'm gonna put 145% tariff on you, why the fuck should I do business with you? Screw you. Oh, I was just playing. I just wanted you to come to the table here. I'll put it back down 10%. Screw you. You just told me in one breath, you don't value what I produce and you don't respect me. Screw you. Move on. And prices are still going up. And I don't care. That's what I would say if I was China. Your prices are going up. I don't care. I'll make sure everybody else in the world has lower prices. Screw you. And South Korea and Japan, our allies, love us so much. They're doing trades with China right now. Triangle trade. Isn't that wonderful? And Japan and South Korea have tensions. Look at what China's doing. Again, folks, for those who don't understand, BRICS nations have been trading with each other all through Biden's administration, striking deals, using each other's currency, getting away from the US dollar and the petrodollar. They've been doing that for 4 years. I love how a lot of MAGA thought as soon as Trump got back in, everybody was going to stop doing the business that was making them profit just because he's back in office. And they can't wrap their head around the fact that he's being told to screw off. The best deal they've championed so far is a deal with the UK. When you look at the numbers, UK benefits more out of it than we do. The UK, an ally. That's your biggest tariff acquisition. Jesus Christ. But it's all good. Janice, nobody wants to make deals with us. What are they getting out of it? They make a deal with us. What are they getting out of it? They already watched them sell out the entire country to the Middle East. There's no point in doing business. BRICS already is messing with the Arab nations. So basically, Trump is paying them. He's using the Middle East as the middleman. We've got nothing out of these tariff deals. Nothing. That's why I keep saying next month it's going to get bad. I want to see what the American people are going to do. We can laugh at them lefties and the, I guess, the few conservatives and moderates that were out there on Saturday. We can laugh at them. Okay, great. I want to see his supporters go outside and publicly condemn what he's doing. They haven't publicly condemned him on not moving, not near tariff. He ain't got nothing locked down except the UK. Nothing. Hold up. Y'all got Vietnam big boy in us right now. Vietnam. Malaysia's telling us to screw off, go deal with Taiwan. We good where we at. We about to overtake Taiwan. All right. What else we got? You warned us about Candace before or after Israel preemptively attacked Iran? Way before, back in July of 2024. Ooh. See, he just admitted it. They loved everything she said up until she started, when she got fired, because this was the year she got fired from the Daily Wire, and she started going on her platform on YouTube that was already built. It's not like she started with like 100 subscribers and built it up to where she's at like 4 million. It was already there at 1 million. It was just stagnant. Now they don't like the fact that she was going in on Israel all of a sudden, even though you heard her do it, and now it pissed them off. All right. Let me look up this Vietnam thing real quick. Look, U.S. tells Vietnam trade deficit unsustainable and major concern during tariff talks. And Vietnam ain't move. They're not moving. Vietnam says U.S. trade talks made progress, but key issues are unresolved. And they have the power. See? Why would Vietnam stop this? They're making more money dealing with the Chinese. Oh man, but they tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Come on, Candace, why don't you have a show about tariffs? Call up old Greg Forehead. You two could do a double stream and talk. Since he the tariff king, y'all can talk about them tariffs. Huh? Correct, Janice. And like I told folk earlier, I went to the supermarket yesterday. Canned tomatoes up at $4. $4. Now, granted, I went to Publix, but it's $4. The ones I bought last week, $3. And that was because that was Kroger's brand. $3. I'm going to tell y'all again, go get your beans while it's still under $1 at Kroger. Go get that. Because I feel like next month it's going to jump to $1.29. They already got Goya at $2 a copy. Goya. And he was a Trump supporter. How that working? Candace speaks truth. You cannot counter that with anything but name calling because your mediocre brain doesn't have the bandwidth to do so. Here we go. Are you a bot? You are a bot. You say you just called me a name. For what? Where has she been wrong? Are we at war yet? Looking more and more like it every day. They don't even know if we're at war or not. Oh, yeah. Let's see what that Goya stock is trading at. Oh, it's not trading on the stock market. You better figure it out. What is it? Goya profits. Let's see how they did last year. Annual revenue is $1.5 billion. Let's see. Goya boycott after CEO's praise of Trump resulted in higher. They pay their workers more. Higher sales. Oh, that's good. That's good. When was this? Oh, that was in 2022. Never mind. I thought that was this year. After Trump doubled down on Goya, has it helped? Yeah. Oh, I remember that. And that's when he started having old boy all over Fox News. I want to know about 2024. Okay, let's look at 2023. Let's see. Maybe it's this. Revenue over 500 million. All right, that doesn't tell me anything. Let's do past week. I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, I guess they don't have that. I'll wait a couple more weeks. Maybe I'll get it. $5. Where's that? $5. This fool said Trump. Where's Trump for EVA? You want Trump to be a drone? I didn't know that. Perfectly harmless. Y'all, they want Trump to be a drone. Candace is great. We need more of her. Okay. Thank you, Sean, for having the guts to call out people like her and Tony Saruga. You probably get more flack than we see here and have to deal with that ugly side of things, but it's important, not more than ever, to honestly call things as they are. Keep it up. Jesus Christ. Again, as we said yesterday, Linda, that's not the same Israel. But, all right. All in one season, shit. You could go make that yourself. I just want y'all to understand, family, in the chat. Someone named Perfectly Harmless is about discriminating against old people. And I tell you, they don't care about them old folks. They really don't. They want that man to continue being president until he dies. That's crazy. That man got grandkids. He got a son that he wants to see graduate. They want to kill this man. No, you don't. You clearly don't love old people. Why would you want that man to continue in that stressful ass job forever? He already looking slower than he did the first time. Y'all are crazy. Oh, you hope he golfs a lot. Didn't y'all give Bush shit for that? He was always on vacation. Oh, so it's okay when it's your guy. Okay. Okay. All right. They want Trump dying while he signs an executive order. Ain't that something? Wait, whoa, Perfectly Harmless. You said you want Trump for president forever. How does Barron get in? I want you to explain that to me. Explain us the process that you want Trump to be president forever. Tell us then, how does Barron become president? Go ahead. When he's older, but Trump is going to be president forever, according to you. So how does Barron get in? Is he going to have to primary his daddy? I wouldn't be adverse to that. That might actually be great content. I want to see him say, hey, why do y'all want a serial cheater? And I love you, Dad, but you're a serial cheater. You slept on mom with a porn star. I'm just saying. You kind of old, son. You got to move out the way for the young people. I'm just saying. Dave Cody, you got to be crazy. Okay. If it's drill, baby, drill, why y'all worried about gas prices in Iran? Y'all should be like, listen, we got gas over here. We good. Raise that oil price. I don't care less. That'll help America, right? Huh. And where's this drilling happening? I don't see gas prices going down. They actually just went up. But go ahead. Tell us. Y'all remember the line? Idolatry, you'll reap what you sow. Y'all are reaping what you sow. Y'all gave that man way too much power. Kanye said it best. You know, he loved Kanye. No man should have all that power. No one man should have all that power. Gas is low at Costco. Do you know why, sir? Go ahead, explain to us why Costco gas is so low. Go ahead. This should be interesting. Because that's what they use for the national average. Costco gas. This should be an interesting. Don't know. You don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact, and I'll just keep it easy for you. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that you're paying for that gas 2 times. Maybe that's what it is. I'm just. You gotta ask these type of questions and look this stuff up before you say it. You do realize when you go to Costco or BJ's or Sam's Club, I think some of them do have that, you're paying for that gas to be lower. You know you're paying for it twice. Just saying. You're paying to put the gas in your car, and then you're paying to go inside that warehouse, paying a membership fee to help keep the gas low. And by the way, the gas is the shitty gas. They don't give them the gas that Shell pumps out or Exxon pumps out or BP. They're giving you the shitty gas. But, okay. Sir, you can go to any gas station and use your card for cash back. Oh, Lord. Okay. Because there's no reason why your auto tech person tells you to be careful with what gas you put in the car. Your car manufacturer tells you to be careful what gas you put in your car. The gas they give you at Costco and BJ's and Sam's Club, it's mixed with water. That they see, those over there in the gas sector won't tell you that. They make it with less additives that help protect your engine. That's why your engine will wear down if you keep using it. I wouldn't keep using that. All these companies have apps where you can earn money back and get discounts on gas. I would suggest you go there. I would go spend the $200 and go get your fuel system flushed out. You'll see a marketed difference. Let's go look up Tim Pool. He getting ripped apart too, and then I gotta go to work. This fool wrote this morning. I want regime change in the UK. I tell you, this man just follows whatever somebody says. I'm telling you, them influences, boy. Sir, I'm fine. Trust me. All this stuff, everybody that's been here before you got here will tell you, I've been saying this for 2 years. And I gave them the solutions. Do you understand that they're not stressing here? We see these prices rising. We see the shit going to hell. We're like, okay, we've adjusted already. We're good here. So I don't know what you're talking about that we're miserable. I'm not. I have a great life. I have a family that loves me. I'm working. I'm doing this as a hobby, and they're actually paying me to do it. And I'm about to start next month my first sponsorship. So I'm good. I'm trying to help y'all out. If you don't want to receive the information, that's fine. But to say that I'm miserable is crazy. Look at Tim Pool. Israel's trying to get Iran to attack us just like your bitchy ex who tried going some dude in a bar fight to fight, in a bar and fight. Okay. And America fell for it. Because you shouldn't even be considering this. They shouldn't even be able to write reports like this. Trump sitting there talking about, well, I don't want to get us in the war, but Iran got weapons. Motherfucker. Either you want to go or you don't. Pick one and stick with it. Let's go. Let's get to the show. Who the fuck is we? Somebody speaking French in my comment thread. That's not good. I don't like French. He said we. Who is we? Sir, let me tell you something. You fuckers that love saying them 3 words, y'all far removed from the real we the people. Because if you were we the people, Trump wouldn't be in office right now. Y'all don't give a fuck about this country. We've already proven it. Y'all don't care about this country. You don't care about its citizens. You don't care about the people sworn to protect it. You don't care about anything except your own egos. Y'all wouldn't even do something as basic as get together and make sure that the entire Congress in the House of Representatives and the senators that were up in November, they all lose their job. You don't care. You voted the same personalities back in there, and then y'all are on here bitching about the same things that they were doing and wondering why there's no change. Please. Term limits my ass. Don't start talking about term limits because none of y'all are going outside angling for that. Not one. Go ahead. Tell me how you gonna get term limits passed. Go ahead. You think Marjorie Taylor Greene is gonna do term limits? Boebert, AOC? You want term limits? Let me help you. Vote them all out. That's how you get term limits. You go up to the people trying to run next year and you say, listen, I want on your agenda term limits. All 435 opponents need to have that on their agenda. Y'all are not serious. Because if y'all were really about term limits, everybody with a voice would be saying it. They're not saying it. They're still hanging on to people like Thomas Massey and Rand Paul. And that Priyama Jalapaya, whatever the hell her name is, that broad. Y'all don't care. Why should I say I love America? Why? What's that going to do for me? Are you going to put money in my account if I say it? I'll say it for you. Give me $50. I'll say it. Give me $50 right now. I'll say it. My thoughts on gay people, they're people. Live your life. Do it safe. What's the problem? Why should I do something because you said so? Pay me. Who said I despised America? Why should I love America when America doesn't love me? Why should I? We elect people that don't do what we tell them to do. We have whole police forces that fuck with the citizens in the street every day for federal money. Why should I say I love this country? Explain that to me. You say you love America because you're dumb. You're an idol worshiper. That's why. I love America. I hate America so much. I just told you, you should vote everybody out of Congress so we can get things passed around here that can make this country better. And you still think, because I said, give me $50 to say I love America, I'm just in it for the money. Okay. Oh, God. Janice, there's no constitutional sheriffs. They lie. They only worry about the Second Amendment. That's it. They swear they love America so much, they're not sitting there holding these cops to task. But they love America so much. You fuckers love the idea and the image of America. The one that they sold you. And the fact you told me that I don't have to be paid to say I love America, I know you don't travel. My platform is politics and social commentary from a black perspective. What do you mean, what am I doing? Sir, I'm informing people. I'm talking to politicians. That's what I'm doing. I'm making discussions like this fun and palatable for people who don't like it. I'm getting to the youth. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing to help? Let's compare. All of this is my perspective, Eden, because I'm black. And I've been studying politics since I was in grade school. Yes, this is my perspective. I don't parrot other people. Thank you so much. Mr. J, you sure about that? Talking don't change anything? How do you think we got laws passed? This man said talking don't change nothing. Okay, show me the last time a law got passed during the Bloody Revolution. Go ahead. I want to know. Well, Mr. J, if you don't have a complaint about America, then I know you a shill. Because we've literally sat here for over an hour displaying people that had a problem with what's going on in America. Do they love America any less than you? You're going to tell me, from your perspective, America is perfect. Oh, hold up. And here we go with people that don't even realize what the hell they said. Sir, if people didn't complain about what was going on here, how the hell did Trump get elected? I don't want to talk to nobody else. Nobody else say nothing in chat. I want to talk to Mr. J. If people didn't complain, how did Trump get in? Well, Eden, the conversation was, we were discussing how Candace Owens tried to do a clapback on Trump and claim how she predicted all this stuff, even though all the signs were there years ago. She just didn't want to pay attention to it because it wasn't trendy. When people were calling out Trump when he first said he was going to run again, motherfucker said, hey, you can't do that. He's the candidate. He's going to win in a landslide. That's going to be our president. Y'all got to cope. Now that he's doing things that he said on the campaign trail, he's not doing them now. Now they trying to cope with it. And we're just laughing at him. Yes, you did, sir. You did say America was perfect. Because you just told me nothing happens if you complain. So you're telling us logically that there's nothing wrong with America because you don't have a complaint on it. So America is perfect in your eyes. Y'all have to watch what you say in here. No problem. Now go ahead, Mr. J, and tell me I'm lying, that you didn't say that. That's what I thought. You have no answer. And I asked you, go ahead and tell me a complaint. Good, I'll ask you again. Maybe you didn't hear me. Give me a complaint you have about America. Go ahead. I don't need to turn it into anything. I'm using your words. Tell me a complaint you have about America. Because I already exposed you. When I said vote everybody out of Congress, you said all I'm doing is talking and complaining. Then I asked you, how did Trump get in if people didn't complain? You can't give me an answer. Tell me what your problem is. Sir, you said it was perfect because all I'm doing is complaining. You didn't, I just asked you again, give me a complaint that you have about America. Give me a complaint. Let's go. Can't be that hard. America been around almost 250 years. Can't be hard to not find one thing to complain about. It can be anything. It could be how the street lights change too quick. It could be the racism in the country. Anything. Pick something. Too many people on government assistance, so you have a complaint about America. What are you doing about getting all these people off government assistance? I would love to hear your solution. I may even bring you on the platform so we can have that discussion. Tell us. How to see what? Sir, you asked me earlier what I'm doing. Instead of complaining, I gave you solutions. Now I ask you the same thing. You can't answer the question? You're providing them jobs. Okay, see? You're providing them jobs. So you're doing something. But you still haven't complained about America. No, Eden, we know what he's talking about. He's talking about the welfare kings and queens. That's what he's talking about. Which are, by the way, mostly white people. But that's where he was going to go with it. He's not going to talk about the working poor that have to use a little bit of SNAP to try to make sure that they can eat for the month. No. He talking about the perpetual welfare people. That's what he talking about. See? Told you. He doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm providing them jobs. Okay, I'm giving people life decisions and courses of action to take. Same thing you're doing. We just do it different ways. If you're poor, get a job. Good. Show me where the sector, since you want to talk about if you're poor, go get a job. Tell us the sectors where the jobs are. Go ahead. Oh, Lord. Okay, Mr. J, you got one more shot because now you're telling us that you can't even spell. Are you sure you're helping people? Oh, Lord. Here we go. See? They feed right into stereotypes. I set him up, family, and he fell for it. I told Janice he's going to bring up the perpetual welfare king and queen, not the people on SNAP that are working, the working poor. He just brought them up. You should never announce that you're leaving. And if you took what I said as an insult, then you're very soft. Because I didn't insult you. Oh, man. He could be helping people right now, but he's listening to me. So he can't really be helping people. If you're helping people get jobs and it's Wednesday at 11:30, come on, bro. Who we lying to? He throwing links to his people from LinkedIn. That's how he helping them. He ain't out there in the trenches and watching everything go up. And they not even putting out signs that they hiring like they used to. He wants everybody to be working poor. I bet you Mr. J is a white liberal. I bet you he is. I'm gonna go to work. All right. Hey, ain't nothing wrong. Hey, listen, there's a couple wrestlers selling their bath water right now for soap. And Sabrina Carpenter. So, go ahead. I just want y'all to understand, Jesus was broke and they loved that man. Just remember that. If anyone of them Bible thumpers try to tell you, or them white liberals try to tell you that people are lazy, especially black folk, because they love to start us with black folk, just remind them that Jesus was broke and y'all love it. Anyway, I'm going to work. Hopefully y'all learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I'll try to be better next time. So we will see y'all tomorrow. I didn't even get to talk about the New York thing. I guess we'll do that tomorrow. So I'll have to change the title, but it is what it is. They killed who? They didn't kill nobody yet. But anyway, y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.